Class, and welcome to week 12 of ECS 116, Teaching in a Diverse Society. So upon completion of this week, you will have 6 weeks remaining in the class. Actually, wait, I can't add today. 12 minus 16. Oh, actually, I think it's 5 weeks. That's pretty exciting. Let's go ahead and go through the last part of Module 5, and that way you can see what's going on for this week. I'm pretty excited because we are going to go ahead and talk about, let me get there just a second. We're going to have a really cool activity about the Sneetches, which is going to involve a Dr. Seuss book. So let's go ahead and take a peek. Here's week 12. So in week 12, I'm asking for you to read the article, The Four Eyes of Oppression. I'm also asking for you to read part of a text that's called the Anti-Bias Curriculum. It's an older textbook, so we don't actually have it as a required purchase, but it does really address issues related to racism in the early childhood classroom. So I have provided an excerpt from that. Also, there is a PDF titled The Hidden Rules Among Classes. And then lastly, we have an assignment that you're going to complete prior to doing your small diversity group. So I want you to complete the My Social Identities portrait form, and you won't have to actually submit that to me, but you will use it as part of your posting. So the results will be used when you get into the post and response in the small diversity group. So I have a video, which is a read aloud on the Dr. Seuss book called The Sneetches and Other Stories. So what you would do is you would read those items, watch the video, and you're going to post in the small diversity group by November 9th at midnight, and please respond to all group members by Sunday, November 12th. So please know that we are experiencing a little bit of challenges related to people posting by Thursday. So that's really critical because we're all really busy people, and some folks don't have they have limited weekend times. So if you post by Thursday, then everyone knows they have to log in after Thursday, and that all their group posts would be there, and then they just have to respond. So please take that commitment till the end of the course to make sure you're posting by Thursday at midnight. So here is the Four Eyes of Oppression. We're going to let that load up. There's different types. There's the ideological oppression, there's institutional oppression, there's interpersonal oppression, and then there's some information about reverse racism or discrimination, which you might have heard. Then we have internalized oppression and internalized privilege. So I think that you'll find this article very helpful in understanding the dynamics of racism and how that impacts communities and societies. So then we also have a PDF on racism and prejudice, and this is the excerpt from the textbook I was telling you about that we no longer use. So if you could go ahead and review that. It really supports you on how to interact with children when topics of racism come up, because, what do you do? What do you do when somebody says, you look different than me and I don't like you because of that? So this will give you some very good background knowledge on how to move forward. Next thing, we have the video of the Sneetches. So please make sure, I'm going to circle it right here, that you do the My Social Identities portrait first. So I'll go ahead and open that. So you can see here that there's 2 columns and there's a social identity. So what you would do is for each row, you're going to choose which one applies to me. Is it this one or is it this one? So you can circle those. So we're going to look at social identity in terms of race, ethnicity and heritage, language, gender, age, economic status, religious beliefs, education, sexual orientation, body type and size, able yourself, meaning are you able to do things, and family structure. So notice that this is column A and this is column B. So based on whichever column you have more traits, you will be identified as that column. So either you're going to be a column or an A moving forward, and you'll need to know that when we talk about the actual story. Okay, so you'll see here that if you are a B, okay, then you are the stars in the book. Okay, If you are an A, you do not have a star when you read the book. So if you've already jumped ahead and you haven't watched this instructional message, you might be a little bit lost when you watch the sneeches right here. See how some of them have stars and some don't? We're determining who's a star sneech and who's not based on their self-concept traits or social identity here. So I hope you really enjoy the assignment. Once you reviewed all that, then you're going to post and respond in the discussion group. So let me show you where that is. It's right here. It'll be available on November 5th. And I look forward to reading what you all decided and what your outcomes were based on that assignment. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. You can reach me at troki@hancockcollege.edu. Talk to you soon.